Welcome to the Making of YOR, a podcast where we turn ideas into game mechanics for our upcoming tabletop RPG, YOR. If you'd like to stay up to date on the developments of YOR, head over to our Discord. Link is in the description. All right, so we are going to talk more about game writing, or go over what Clayton and I developed for the campaign world.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably develop a couple of other things, specifically about more detailed things related to where I think the locality of our characters will be. And then try and write a few characters and do a pseudo session 0.
Yeah, and then make anything else about the world that we need based on what characters we want to play.
Yeah. So to go over some of the things that we talked about on Wednesday.
Yep.
So we know it's going to be Fantasy Rome. We've decided that there's going to be 4... what do you call those? Districts or provinces?
We took the late Roman provinces, the not the Principate, maybe the Principate, I can't remember, but when Rome got broke into 4 provinces of Gaul and Hispania and Italy and North Africa and Greece up into where Dacia used to be, and then the Eastern Roman Empire where Byzantium eventually showed up.
So we'll break it up into 4 provinces. We're going to have 3 houses, if you will, that exist in each province. And they're going to be people who, supported
the emperor
in his early rise to power.
So we tried to figure out who the emperor was going to be, and we thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny if when Julius Caesar got assassinated, it turned out he was a dragon the whole time and then ate Brutus and those other 40 dudes?
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be set in a reality where a fake Julius Caesar tried to come to power without revealing that he was a dragon. And then, in fact, turned out to be a dragon when they tried to kill him, and established an empire which he still rules 200 or 250 or 300 years later.
Yeah, it's we're probably the height of the Roman Empire under all the emperors. So anything Rome conquered, they still have.
Yes. And we'll have the houses that supported him, and they are kind of capped in this power struggle that's between them. Everything is arranged so that houses will pretty much have power struggles with each other.
Yes.
And never really have power struggles with the actual empire.
Yes. It's all designed to make conflict happen between the houses and not between the houses and the emperor.
Yes. And governorship of a province can never exist within the hands of a member of a house.
Yes. They have to be unaffiliated.
So the houses have consistent power, and the governorship of a region, we don't know what the term is yet, maybe just 1 year.
Yeah.
Maybe longer, don't know. But the governorship of a region is determined by gladiatorial combat.
Yeah, it's a point system. The guy who has the best gladiators gets to win.
Or the best gladiator in particular.
Yeah.
I think he's the actual gladiator is the one who...
so I assume there are probably a few governors who have occurred based on being the gladiator, but I imagine it is mostly a gladiator sponsor who...
Oh, interesting. I hadn't thought of that. I was thinking it was if you're strong enough to win the gladiatorial thing, you have to go through the...
Yeah, well, I imagine generals and stuff, because I don't think you have to be a gladiator to fight in the ranked matches.
Oh, sure. I mean, I get what you're saying. I think you do have to be someone who fights in the matches, though.
Oh, you think so?
Okay,
to be a governor, you have to be combat capable?
Yes.
And who's capable of being a governor? One more time. I know it's no one from the house.
No one from a great house.
No one from a great house. There's 3 great houses. As long as you're not affiliated with
3 great houses per region. Well, I'm sorry. So 3 great houses per region. There's 4 regions, but one of them's Rome, and that doesn't have the great house. So there's 3 in 3. So there's 9 great houses. They'll all have representation, obviously, within the 4th region, which is Roman control, or whatever, the imperial lands. 3 houses per the 3 other regions.
Yes, and then we will be setting ours in Byzantium, come Nova Roma, where 2 regions intersect. So the western half of the city has different great houses than the eastern half of the city.
Yes.
So there's a lot of ranked and unranked gladiatorial matches that happen in Byzantium.
Yes, because an unranked gladiatorial match can happen for a variety of reasons, but one of the primary reasons that an unranked match occurs is to solve legal disputes.
Might makes right in the new Roman Empire.
So we've got some fun ideas there. You'll obviously have most of the great houses employ really strong gladiators so that they can win legal battles. But it also means that you have unranked gladiatorial schools that provide, or unaffiliated gladiatorial schools, I'm sorry, not related to a house.
Sell basically legal representation.
Is there a reason they decided to go with the might makes right version?
Because
that be how dragons think.
Because that'd be how dragons think. Plus, it creates good drama for us as players who are going to fight in gladiatorial arenas.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to have that. We'll also have a court system.
You can go through the courts, but
you can choose to let the fate of warriors decide whether or not you.
We could say it was instituted by the dragon, or our Julius Dragon Caesar, after he was almost assassinated, and that those laws were made in celebration of his victory over that.
Yeah,
I mean, the emperor definitely is the one who wrote these rules.
Yes, he definitely made the rules. I haven't figured out what all his motivations are for the rules, other than to retain power.
Yeah. So it's illegal to try and fix a match.
Yes,
under pain of death.
Yeah. Of course, people still cheat in matches because, of course, they would. They mean a lot. But any cheating in a match is major penalties,
punishable by death.
Yeah. Government, of course, like I say, has been designed to make sure that there is a quote unquote ruling class, but that ruling class never actually rules.
Yes.
So that they don't have really much capacity to create like institutionalized corruption that could threaten the king.
Let's all pretend that this isn't an absolute monarchy.
Yes. So governors will have a term of X amount we don't know yet.
Yeah.
And they are essentially just beholden to the emperor and not to the houses, which they will largely have dealings with within their province. We don't really plan on doing anything outside of the empire.
No, not
at
really
least
ever, probably.
Yeah, we probably
all of Rome is probably big enough for one campaign.
Oh, yeah. We also decided that there are giant sea monsters.
Yep.
But most of the biggest ones can't get into the Mediterranean.
Because the emperor has a legion of Praetorians stationed at the Pillars of Hercules to stop big monsters from getting into the Mediterranean and fucking up their shipping empire.
Yeah. Praetorians exist within the province of Rome or province of the empire, whatever we'll change the names of some of this stuff. And they are, I think, all half dragons.
Yes, they are all descendants of the emperor.
Yeah. And the governors will get assigned a consul, is what we're calling it, but it's essentially a advisor.
Yeah, from the Praetorian Guard to keep an eye on him and help him out.
Yeah, and help make sure that the great houses aren't getting their weird little...
Getting their freak on.
Getting their weird little fingers and everything to control the governor.
Stay out of the emperor's pie.
We came up with a lot about taxes and stuff that aren't probably really relevant. But
we'll talk about that later, but you guys probably aren't interested in how Roman tax law worked.
Yeah. So anyway, you have all the typical things that would create like an economy of the era, agriculture and all that jazz. But a major part of the like, it's like a backbone of this society is gladiatorial combat.
Yes, huge, big blood sport entertainment industry.
It is entertainment. It's legal. And it's also political.
Imagine if every trial was the OJ trial.
Yeah. So it's a big part of government and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, we're in essentially where Constantinople, Istanbul.
Yes.
That area.
Yeah. The split of two continents.
Yep. I think we said that one great house would be centered there.
Yes, I imagine one great house is actually from Byzantium, and then there are 3 others that have satellite offices there because so much gladiator stuff happens in this city, and they need legal representation all the time.
Yes. We think we're going to break up the houses based on the different, probably like fantasy races we've made for the game, as well as some creatures.
Yeah. We know there's at least one vampire house.
Yep. We got a vampire house. Oh, and so of course this origin story of Rome is kind of centered on Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
We thought that this is like a quote unquote retelling of the breakup of the Hellenistic Empire.
Yes.
So Alexander the Great is like this original dragon, and he had dragon children.
Yes, all Western dragons are descended from Alexander.
Yes. And Julius is one of those. And then Romulus and Remus are like werewolves.
Yes, from Troy that landed on Rome, and now there's a werewolf cult in Venice.
Yeah.
And they're super illegal because they undermine the imperial authority of the dragon.
Yes.
Because the wolf is the original symbol of Rome.
Yep. So we have werewolves that hide.
SDQR, the Senate and the Dragon of Rome.
I started thinking DPQR.
Or DPQR.
The dragon and the people of Rome. So we'll have that, and then Dacia's
where Vampire House is from.
Vampire House. I don't even know if maybe if Dacia is going to be like, because there'll be 3 houses there. If just one of them is a vampire house, and then the other 2 are something else.
The other 2 are regular.
Okay.
Some other probably Eastern European monster.
Okay.
Actually, I think Dacia and Greece are in the same province, so one of them will probably be Sparta-based, because I think Spartans are cooler than Athenians.
Okay. Agreed. I mean, they definitely are in gladiatorial world.
100%. Actually, Sparta was like a huge tourist destination in the Roman Empire. Everybody wanted to go see Sparta.
Dope.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about?
Yeah. What do you think about playing?
What do I think about playing?
Yeah, like a class.
Class, race, name, something.
I mean, obviously the fighter is going to be the prime choice.
Fighter, baby.
Yeah, fighter, baby. Which I haven't played a fighter in our game system yet, so that might be what I should go with. My first instinct is to play a wizard, but I think
You've done that already.
I mean, I need to set that down for a little while. I've seen the top of the mountain. It's time to go branch out a little bit. So
Walk the foothills.
I'm thinking fighter is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a fighter.
Cool. What kind of fighter?
I need to go look at what they branch off into.
Juggernaut, Weapon Master, and Warlord. Juggernaut's obviously tanky. Weapon Master does more damage. Warlord has some
ally helpery features.
Yeah. And I'm thinking I'll probably play an Immortal.
Ooh, you too, huh?
Me too? Oh, is that what you plan on making Jason?
I was thinking about doing the Gnome Immortal.
Oh, nice. I'll look through. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we can be 2 Immortals.
Either that or
maybe I'll have a better idea once I hear yours.
And then that actually does bring up the point. We'll rotate DMing for the playtesting so that we can both get a feel for what it's like on both sides.
Which we need to do.
And since it's kind of a shared narrative that we're both sort of writing.
Yeah, we did a cool co-DM thing where we got to be both DMs at the same time, and that was awesome, but we don't have enough people for that anymore.
Yeah, we can't have 2 DMs and 2 players.
Some real one-on-one action.
Yeah. A tag teaming them.
Oh, baby.
But I would love to do a co-DM again one day. But yeah, we'll rotate DMing. We're obviously going to be fighting a lot because it's a gladiatorial world and we're all gladiators.
Yep.
And
we have a lot of monsters we need to test.
We have, I think, a good way to create intrigue and narrative between houses and unranked matches solving like legal disputes.
Uh-huh.
That should give us a lot of good ways to create short stories, if you will, that are based on NPCs we introduce
Yes.
out of nowhere, and then move through a short storyline that might build a character. Or
this guy's affiliated with Robot House.
yeah.
Oh wait,
his maybe no Robot House only because we the Awakened or the
automaton we never made.
Yeah, he's sitting in R&D still, but yeah, we'll do that. Do we want to go ahead and name a few houses?
Sure, we can do that.
Actually, let's start with what's the Caesar's name? Is he Julius Dragon?
Oh yeah, just Draconis Julius Caesar. Or no, his imperial name is Draconis. His real name might just still be Gaius Julius Caesar.
Okay,
like Octavian had those fucking 3 names.
Yeah.
How about Julius Gregorius?
I'm doing Draconis Caesar for now.
Hell yeah.
If he has other names, they're probably not known to everyone.
Yeah, facts. I don't know, the Emperor.
Yeah. All right, houses.
What do we think Robot House is famous for?
Robot
House? Vampire House.
I was like, man, we're really on Robot House.
Okay, fine, Robot House.
I was gonna be like, all right, well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
if you're that committed, I'm in.
No, it's Vampire House. What do you think they're like known for, other than not being vampires?
other than the vampire-y thing. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, so we're thinking about what the region provides to like the greater Rome.
Well, I mean, not necessarily the region, just like, maybe they have like a theme for that house, or maybe it doesn't. I was just looking at.
Oh, sure. I would think that they might be one of the like keepers of history.
Yeah, that'd be good, like Letterman or something like that.
Especially since we assume that many of them have probably lived as long as the emperor or longer.
So historians, they're essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds pretty cool.
We could name them something like Rosu or something, which is red.
Red.
Mispronounced red in Romanian. Red House.
Red House. How do you spell this?
ROSU. There's a weird little accent mark on the S, but we don't have to worry about that. We just spell it ROSHU. That's how the AI YouTube lady pronounced it.
Works for me.
If you get mad, then Proto-Indo-European in this world is a little bit different, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Guys, it's a fantasy world.
I can make my Latinate languages however the fuck I want to.
Yep. All right. So what are the other houses in that region?
Okay, so we need other great house who's headquartered.
What are we calling that region?
In my head, or actually? Because in my head, that's the purple region. Because that's how the map I found on Wikipedia colored it. Let's see.
Red House and purple region.
Red House.
We were really killing it.
I mean, technically, the Imperial region would be the purple region.
So, are we doing purple dragon or gold dragon?
I think it's got to be purple because the Chinese dragon's going to be yellow.
Okay, that is the imperial color of.
Yeah.
Although the Chinese dragon could be green too.
Oh yeah.
Even though yellow is the imperial color in the post Jade era.
Yeah, it could be the Jade. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that important for this campaign.
No.
I think purple's still the Roman imperial color, though.
Okay, so we've got purple region.
Yep, purple region.
We got the vampire house. What other types? What other is it? Races, or do we want to put another creature house?
Yeah, I think we just name the houses after what they're supposed to do, and then we can figure out what race populates them.
Okay, so we're assuming the vampire house is record keepers, or do you have a better idea?
Yeah, I like record keepers because they're going to live a while.
Record keepers, spies, information brokers.
Oh yeah, information broker. That's what they do.
Okay.
I think the major house that's headquartered in Byzantium is definitely a merchant house because they're like the last stop on the Silk Road.
Okay, and are they on the east side or west side?
They're on the east side.
So they're not going to be in this region then. They're not in purple region. Okay.
Well, so purple region's got 3 houses in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's
well,
not.
Dacia,
it's not
Dacia would be on the west side.
Yeah. Okay, so Dacia is definitely purple in the map, but
that would be the west side of it. So that's going to be Vampire House.
We'll just name them purple, red. Yeah. So purple region. Dacia is actually probably farthest from. Oh, Lacedaemon is the Greek house.
Okay.
You like Lacedaemon or Alcmaenid? They're both 2 cool Greek names, even though Lacedaemon's more Sparta friendly.
I like that one.
Cool.
The Lacadamon.
Something like that, yeah.
Might be another, like an E thrown in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's got that weird fucking Greek spelling. Because it's founded by King Lacedaemon and his wife Sparta.
Okay. So what do you think? What do they do?
They're probably a gladiator. Actually, no, they're probably based on tourism, and they really want everybody to think they're a gladiator house.
Okay. So let's see.
They spend on gladiators to draw tourism to there.
So they have maybe some really what do you think benefits them in that regard? Like ancient buildings or just like beautiful sights? Is it just scenery?
Well, I think it's like come see the land Alexander conquered first.
Oh, okay. Oh, the original dragon.
Yeah, it's a lot of tourism, a lot of like, oh, look how cool we used to be. Just like people go to Greece to look at old ruins now.
So home of the original dragon.
Home of the original dragon. Yep. Like roadside huckster house.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yep. Love it.
The third house in that region.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're probably
lumber, agriculture.
They're probably more shipping.
Okay.
Because they're on the other side of, they're probably a big shipping house on the west side of Byzantium.
Yeah, each region will probably have a shipping focused house.
Yeah.
Because one, you have Spain, which is going to have one. They'll have one.
Yeah, I imagine Gaul is probably the lowest one. It's more, it's probably more land border type stuff, but it's probably got a little bit of shipping in the southern coast.
This one is Gaul its own region, or is it largely part of the?
So Gaul is basically France and the bottom 2/3 of England.
Sure. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure because the way this map was laid out, I didn't know if France was largely within the imperial lands.
No, France is mostly France.
Oh, I see. Yes, that's true. Spain is all in imperial lands.
Spain is all imperial.
Okay.
They've got most of the Iberian Peninsula.
So they won't have separate houses in there. So shipping house is going to be here, and they'll obviously have stations in Spain and in North Africa. But this is their headquarters because Spain and North Africa are both imperial land.
Yep.
What do we want to call this house?
Thracia. That's just where they are.
About Thracia.
Thracia. Yeah.
All right. We'll go back to Lacedaemon. What are the people? What is the makeup of the actual house? Because we can assume that there is a mixture of like humans and other fantasy races throughout the whole empire. But I'm thinking that the houses are largely like.
I imagine that the green region and then those first 2 in the purple region are probably mostly human, considering what we know of human civilization in early Anatolia and the Levant. And then Vampire House is probably the head house of that region, but they probably got more elves and more fantasy races there.
And what about the France region?
France region? Well, I know Britain province is definitely halflings.
Okay. Or Scottish? The Scottish part?
Well,
Or Scottish is not part of it, is
the
it?
Romans never actually conquered Caledonia, so I imagine Scotland and Ireland are like Fey lands.
Gotcha. Okay.
The lands of Avalon or whatever.
Okay, so France and southern Britain.
England and Wales.
So they could be a mixture, though. We could have like maybe halflings and elves.
So what I'm imagining is Rome mostly conquered human prime lands.
Mm-hmm.
So there may only be one or two non-human houses.
Okay.
And then outside of the Roman Empire is where like magical races live.
Okay.
So, the further you get from, the Horn of Africa and the Levant and Anatolia.
So how common do you think like elves, dwarves, orcs?
I'd say humans are probably like 70% of the population over the empire, and then like 30% is other races.
Okay.
Although Gaul could be mostly goblins.
I don't have a problem with the French being goblins.
Nope, not at all.
Nah, but we don't have those as a player race either, though.
No. Well, you see, that's what I'm coming is like, but like most of the player races are going to be humans. Because like it'd be cool if Greece had like Spartoi house.
I would expect Spartoi probably make up like the like a lot of the maybe even the legions.
Oh yeah,
of that region.
Yeah, they use Spartoi for their legions.
Yeah,
yeah, I like that. They're like soldiers that they buy dragon teeth from the Praetorians.
Yeah. Although, I think that's probably just a regional thing, is what it is.
Yes.
Not because the houses don't command legions. The governor does. I will say that Purple Region, though, has Spartoi legions.
Yep. Like it.
Okay. So we've got human, and vampire house. What about the other region that's bordering it? I don't know what color it is, but the one that we're actually going to be in.
Yeah, that's green region.
Okay.
So region where Byzantium actually is, honestly, they'll all have pretty solid like agriculture centers.
Sure. They should also probably have another shipping house.
Yeah. It's province where Lesbos is probably main shipping house there. And then house where Byzantium is probably the end point for the Silk Road house.
Probably both human houses, but I think we definitely want a shipping house so that we have good like legal disputes between them and the other shipping house.
Yeah, we have land shipping house v ship shipping house.
We maybe have one house in this region that is particularly dedicated to bringing in mystical creatures to fight.
Oh, that'll be the last and biggest one because it's got most of it's in Africa. So it's got all of Egypt and
they're for bringing in things far away from the empire.
Monster house, and they're almost certainly not human.
Yeah. All right. What do you think? Do you think should Monster House secretly be ran by a werewolf, or do you have something else in mind that's good for Monster House?
I think it's run by a mummy.
Okay.
I think the governor of that is a secret mummy.
Well, not the governor, but the leader of the house.
Oh yeah, the leader of the house is a secret mummy from Egypt. Ptolemy the mummy, Ptolemy house.
Oh well, actually, we had talked about the Ptolemies potentially also being like part dragon.
Oh yeah,
because of
Mark Antony and Caesar.
Yeah. I guess if we wanted like a larger dispute, they could also have like a lesser dragon or something.
Oh yeah, they have.
Like if we wanted to eventually have like a dispute between
governor of. This one is almost always the full dragon kid of Caesar. Yeah, he's got a full dragon kid running his Egypt governorship.
Oh, he just keeps winning the arena.
Yeah, he just keeps winning.
Okay, Oh, okay. So no rules about permanent terms. Like as long as you win.
Yeah,
each
I think
year.
as long as you can win. Maybe as long as you can win and are a dragon, you don't have a term limit. Little dragon favoritism.
Okay, so full dragon kid of Caesar is the governor.
Yes.
Monster House is ran by a mummy.
Yep.
What other houses are there? We have the land shipping house.
Yep.
Which is a human.
Yep. That's the one with Byzantium in it, and then shipping houses below that. And they probably really, really hate the other shipping house from Thracia.
Yeah. Did you say a name for that one?
That was Lesbo House.
Okay.
And then the one to the far north is Silk Road House.
What do they do?
I think they're just like wheeling dealing merchants mostly. So they're like the endpoint for all the goods that come from the east and all the goods that come from the west to the east.
So yeah, okay. So they're external goods, and then the land shipping house handles land shipping.
Yeah, so
within the empire.
Yeah, Silk Road House handles import. Shipping house handles export and good moving.
All right, human for Silk Road House as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right, well, I think we're good on all of that then.
Cool.
We'll come up with the other three later. They won't matter for a long time.
Yep.
In the other region.
Yeah, the Imperial region doesn't have one, and then Gaul, nobody cares.
Nah, not important to our campaign, at least not right now.
Yep.
Okay, so we want to make some characters.
Yep.
Pretty much play anything except for half dragons are pretty narratively significant.
Not a lot of them get free.
So would have to come up with a really, really interesting backstory to play a half dragon.
Yep. What race were you thinking of, Clayton?
I was thinking of doing a half giant.
Ooh.
Maybe be from the region that's that North Africa place with the mummy and all that.
Oh, okay.
Well, we will all be in that region.
Yeah, we'll
technically.
be.
Well, not in North Africa is that's technically largely gold region. The Egypt
Monster House. We're in shipping house, Silk Road House region.
Yeah, we're all going to be there. You could be from somewhere else. I suspect giants are from probably like outside of the empire.
Yeah, I imagine giants are mostly from like Ireland, from Scandinavia. Cyclops half giants are probably from Greece. There's probably giants down in more like Saharan, sub-Saharan Africa.
Can we play? Is there a Cyclops?
No, you could be a half giant Cyclops.
I will be a half giant Cyclops.
Say your giant half was a Cyclops. So you'd be from Greece.
You won't have any different. You won't have any Cyclops powers.
Yeah,
you'll still just be doing the half giant race.
I can't turn people to stone with my giant.
Cyclopses don't do that anyway.
Well, I've made that. Sometimes you just don't know things when you step into it.
But half giant Cyclops totally works.
Then that's what I'm going to be. That's my thing.
Cool. Half giant fighter, baby.
Is that what you're doing, fighter?
Yes, sir.
What are you going to go? Soldier, barbarian?
Are
we starting at tier 2 or are we starting at tier 1?
I should start at tier 2 probably.
Yeah. We tested a bunch of tier 1 already.
Didn't Jason play the barbarian?
Yes, that's what he's played the whole time.
Then soldier for me.
Soldier? All right. You can also pick one of the half classes.
Yeah. Or if you are picking soldier, which archetype?
For the upgrade version?
Well, we're going to start at tier 2.
Oh,
so soldier
I'm going to be the Juggernaut.
Yeah, okay. It'll do very well in a fighting arena.
Absolutely. I will look up the names of all the gladiator types we are later.
What about you guys? What are you playing?
I gotta look. I guess he's gonna be a gnome.
Yeah, I'm thinking gnome. I'm if you're gonna play an immortal, I may be outsider sorcerer.
So you can be a gnome with tentacles.
Yeah. What kind of immortal were you looking at?
It would either be the ascetic or the vitalist.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to shoot key blasts at people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we both play Immortals, I guess it's not that big a deal because we're not going to play at the same time.
Yeah, we won't be playing it simultaneously for sure. I consider that. Ooh, but maybe Witch.
Ooh, yeah.
The new
we
Witch.
redid them.
The new Witch has some cool stuff. I feel like I'd have a lot of fun playing a Weather Witch.
Yeah, Weather Witch looks super fucking cool. I like that gnome with the treat shadows as tier 0 cover thing, so you can like jump into them and hide.
Yeah.
What's your heritage, Clayton? Do we need to make any more of those?
Heritage?
Yeah. You're like, who raised you?
Yeah, when
What
you pick
culture are you from?
Yeah, race and then heritage and then your stat array and then your class. Those are all the things you got to pick.
Yeah, baby.
And then we'll have talents to pick as well.
Can I not have a Cyclops heritage?
We don't have one of those.
You have a half giant heritage.
Yep.
Thinking halfling.
You got very lost.
Got to get those finesse points, right?
Yeah, baby. I was thinking Raised by Wolves heritage, where you get +1 bushcraft, +1 awareness. But Raised by Gnomes would also be pretty good.
We don't have that already?
We have Raised by Gnomes, not Raised by Wolves.
Oh, okay.
We've talked about it a couple times, but we've never written anything down, I don't think.
Yeah, the Raised by Gnomes is light sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Receive no penalties when making awareness checks while asleep. Yeah, gnomish light sleeper, shadow immortal.
Hey, I was just looking through on cleric. We have the Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Which has 3 piety, inflict a random condition equal to your tier. Range is touch. What if we made it like 1 piety and inflict a random status?
I'm fine with that. Oh, unrelated to anything, but what if, so in like Arabian Peninsula or something, we have giant sandworms and Romans hunt them, skin them, and use their leather to make their roads instead of paving stones.
That's hardcore.
Right? Just big, long strips of worm leather.
Worm leather road.
Yeah, a worm road.
That's, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I think that'd be super fucking cool. And like Monster House is in charge of hunting those too.
Yeah.
I'm doing Orcish heritage.
Orcish? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the strongest one for combat.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to play yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough. There's a lot to be tested. But if he's playing...
I think I might go Immortal through Mystic, though.
Yeah, that would be... I wasn't sure either. I don't know. There's a lot to test. The Clayton's character being kind of a min-maxed fighter...
Yes.
Makes me really want to play something alternative.
Yeah.
Because if I play something alternative, I think it'll be a good opportunity to compare what that looks like in a combat scenario. Like, obviously, his character is going to be stronger than whatever character I build in
combat-wise, yeah.
But it'll be a good balance point to see a really combat-focused
versus
non-combat
focused, yeah.
And in that much combat, we'll see possibly the value. Then I'll probably either play Witch, Immortal, or Scholar. What about for Jason? You just gonna stick him on Barbarian again?
Maybe. That may be what he gets. He knows how to play it already, man. I don't have to teach him anything.
Yeah.
Just be unhinged, yeah.
Yeah. Just aggressively hit people.
Well.
But he's not going to bully me this time around. Now I'm big.
No, you're so much bigger than him, man.
Yeah.
I'm so big.
I'm so big now.
Hex Witch would be fucking evil.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll probably do Witch. I just don't know which one I want to do testing on.
Man, I'm really happy with how we remade these because they're all so much cooler than they were.
Yeah. No, they're definitely improvements. I know that there are more class tweaks to go.
Yes.
But
I think we're 80% there with all of them except Artificer.
yeah. Yeah, I would say we're probably that far on. We're probably more than that on quite a few of them.
Yeah.
But
It's like Barbarian's like 95. Like most of these are like all but done, but I think we're at least 80% on every one that is an artificer.
Yes, agreed. Cleric probably will need more touching.
Yeah. Druid needs a little more touching.
Yeah. Ranger needs more testing. I don't know that
Yeah.
he's basically hasn't seen any testing.
He got another Passover, but
I don't normally like playing a ranged character, but I do feel like Ranger is going to be
Bowman.
Yeah, and obviously he'll be Bowman. One of his primary features is for carrying a bow.
Yep.
His dual wielder feature just is like, oh, do you want to be good at both melee and bow combat?
Yep. Then
You can be. Yeah.
Survivalist probably needs another look. That feels a little weak.
Yeah. The re-rolling is good.
Yeah, that's really good, but I think he probably needs a better ribbon feature.
Yeah. I'll probably end up playing multiple characters as I do.
Yeah. I do not imagine any of the characters I'm going to play have any sense of self-preservation whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, someone has to keep playing each class very quickly.
Yep.
So I need to just be ready to kill my characters.
Yeah, I'm going to make a stack of these 6 deep.
Yeah. I think I'll start with Witch, though.
Cool. What race?
Probably human, since we're largely human.
Yeah.
That will fit well into the world.
Would make sense.
We're just a human raised by humans.
Oh, baby, get that general knowledge.
Yep. Like, if it's mostly human world, I'm probably human guy.
+4 to general knowledge, baby.
Yep.
I know all the trivia in the world.
Yeah. Maybe I'll even go general knowledge savant just so I can start with 20 general knowledge. Never fail a general knowledge roll.
I'm so good at trivia. Take you to our bar trivia nights.
Yeah. Who knows? I might try and come up with a good reason that I'm a half dragon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I plan on probably killing my characters, though, so maybe not.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
you could be a
avoid
half dragon. There's got to be a couple of disgraced ones out there.
Yep.
Maybe you're not a good kind of half dragon. Maybe you're from somewhere else. I am Jan Bohan.
Oh gosh. Play Jason's.
Yeah.
Play Jason's character. He got kicked out of China and now he's finally here.
They ran me off, man.
Couldn't figure out why.
My buddy told me this was a cool place to live.
I don't know. I might run pure human though.
Yeah. I mean, that playing with 20 general knowledge at the start will be interesting to see how it goes.
Oh, I don't know if I'll actually do that.
Yeah.
That would be, I feel like
a meme character, 2 or 3 in.
Yeah. But running pure human for 2 hero points a session.
Mm-hmm. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
And that saving throws against mortal wounds.
Yeah.
You may not lose this character as fast as you think.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll finish making a character. I think that's all for tonight.
All right. Catch y'all on the flip side.